Welcome to the reorganization meeting of the Hainesport Township Committee. This meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. This meeting of January 3rd, 2023 was included in a meeting notice sent to the Burlington County Times and Courier Post on January 6th, 2022, and advertised in said newspapers on January 9, 2022, and January 12, 2022, respectively posted on the website and the bulletin board in the municipal building on January 6, 2022, and has remained continuously posted as required under the statute. In addition, a copy of this notice is and has been available to the public and is on file in the office of the municipal clerk. If I may welcome all of you to stand up for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I invite our resident, William Lynch, to lead our invocation of the evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Let us bow our heads in prayer, please. Good evening, Lord. We give you thanks for another new year. May this year find us healthier, with COVID hopefully showing signs of diminishing. Let it be a year of serving our community, that there can be all the new plans, new decisions, and new dreams. We give thanks for our leaders who serve our great township and are willing to serve others. We keep in our prayers those who may be struggling in our town due to sickness, loss of employment, or other issues. Grant that they may find comfort in their time of need. Lord, we ask you to guide our committee so that in this and in future meetings, they may be effective and decisive. Grant that this new year may be one that offers us peace, justice, and look to the betterment of our community. All this we ask in your name. Shalom and amen.
Amen.
Amen. Now for statement of election for members of the Township Committee. This shall certify that Leila Gilmore, with the most votes at 1,366, officially won one of the two seats in the November 8, 2022 election for Hainesport Township Committee. This shall certify that Anna Evans, with a total of 1,354 votes, officially won one of two seats in the November 8, 2022 election for Hainesport Township Committee. I congratulate both of you. All right, oaths of office for our newly elected committee members. I'd like to invite Mrs. Leila Gilmore to come forward with your husband, Robert Gilmore, for the oath of office of Township Committee given by Senator Jean Stanfield. Do you want?
Please repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Leila Gilmore,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of the office
perform all the duties of the office
of Hainesport Township Committee Member
of Hainesport Township Committee Member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I'd like to invite Anna Evans to come forward with her husband, Kaba Evans, to be sworn in for the oath of office of Township Committee given by Burlington County Commissioner Belvar Singh.
I state your name.
I, Anna Evans,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and this state
and this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of the office of Haines Court Committee Member
of the office of Haines Court Committee Member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Anna. Anna.
If I could have roll call, please.
Mr. Klaus?
Here.
Mr. Montgomery?
Here.
Mr. Levinson?
Here.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Here.
Mrs. Evans?
Here. I offer Resolution 2023-1-1, appointing the mayor, chairperson of the governing body of the Hainesport Township Committee for 2023. Is there a nomination and a motion for mayor?
I'd like to nominate Jerry Klaus.
I second that.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mr. Klaus?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes. Committeeman Klaus, if you could please come forward for the oath of office with your daughter Katie Klaus for the office of mayor given by Senator Jean Stanfield.
There you go. I will state your name.
I, Gerard Klaus,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the
that I will
Constitution
support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Hainesport Township Mayor, Chairman of Township Committee,
of the office of Hainesport Township Mayor, Chairman of Township Committee,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Okay, I guess this is me. Resolution 2023-2-1, appointing a deputy mayor, vice chairman of Township Committee. Do we have any nominations?
I nominate Ken Montgomery.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Oh, so can we get Ken, Senator Stanfield, come up, and then we'll give the oath of office?
Right.
And, and I'm sorry, and his wife, Mela. I'm sorry. I'm new at this, first time.
I state your names.
I, Ken Montgomery,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the government established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Kingsport Township Deputy Mayor, Vice Chairman of Township Committee,
of the office of Kingsport Township Deputy Mayor, Vice Chairman of the Township Committee,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Okay, one more, appointment resolution, Resolution 2023-3-1. The appointment of liaison and deputy committee people. We have, do I have a nomination?
I'll make a motion that we appoint the liaison and deputy committee persons.
I'll second that.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Okay, 2023-4-1, authorizing various professional appointments and contracts. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-5-1, appoint a risk management consultant, TC Irons Agency.
So moved?
Second that?
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-6-1, Joint Use Land Board Governing Body, Class 1 and Class 4, and alternate members. Can I
Motion,
get a motion?
motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
I actually need to vote no on one of these appointments. It is Class 4, alternate 4.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-7-1, Environmental Commission and alternate member. Can I get a motion?
So moved?
Can I second?
Yeah.
I'll second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-8-1, the appointment of the Joint Insurance Fund Commissioner, Alternate Fund Commissioner, Claims Coordinator, and Safety Coordinator.
Motion to approve?
I'll second.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-9-1, appoint Deputy Clerk.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-10-1, appointing a public agency compliance officer.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-11-1, appointing a qualified purchasing agent.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-12-1, appointing a registrar.
So move.
Second?
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-13-1, appointing deputy register.
So moved?
Second?
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-14-1, appointing Board of Health Secretary.
So move.
Second?
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Resolution 2023-15-1, appointing Recreation Commission member.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. On the consent agendas, can I do them all at once?
Yeah, that's
Okay, so we're basically going to take we're going to do all the consent agendas from 2023-16-1 to 2023-32-1.
So move.
Second?
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. Okay, we're going to open it up for comments from the public. Anybody out there have any comments?
There's no one online. So, I got it. It's CrossFit.
She's one of the top athletes in this whole building. It's no joke.
You have to state your name and your address.
Scott Cooper, 44 Patriot Way, world's worst public speaker. I just want to congratulate Anna. I started attending these meetings about 8 years ago because I wanted to see how local government worked. I was interested. About somewhere around that time, I know Anna started becoming kind of a regular here too, but she never backed down from an issue that she didn't like while I stood on the sidelines and occasionally chimed in. Anna was far more passionate on all the issues, and I never thought she stood a chance and to win. I'm glad she thought otherwise and stuck it out, and she never gave up. She never backed down. I've known Anna since our girls were in grade school. I know in my heart, and I believe truly, that she has nothing but the best interest of this town at heart. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you'll continue to do good.
Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate Mrs. Evans.
Your name and address first, I'm sorry. And we get your name and your address
Yes,
first. for the record.
Marco Agostini, everybody knows me in the town. 112 Spruce Lane, Hainsport, New Jersey. My wife will be upset because she's going to miss the swearing of Mrs. Evans. I voted for her the first time that I voted Democrat since I voted for John F. Kennedy. So that is the thing. I have some stuff which I probably will hand it out to later on when you finish through Mr. Levinson, which I think is going to be a mayor pretty soon here, next year. Him, and he's got his wife, well, not just because I entertain him with the panettone and the other stuff, but he's a good man. Oh, by the way, what's his name, Robert Kingsbury doesn't want the job of Mr. Gillespie, because he's getting older, to be honest with you. The last time that I met Mr. Gillespie was in Mountain 20 years ago. He lost the case, I won the case, as you know. Okay, that's all. Good luck to you, and bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Grazie.
It's different being on this side. Bruce McLaughlin, 33 Eastern Way. Jerry, I wanted to come out and congratulate you. I'm real proud of you. Ken, I'm proud of you. Leah, good job. And I'm sort of proud of you, but I'll tell you what I'm proud of you for, filling the house. We never had anybody here when it was Republican controlled, so maybe there'll be some interest in government. But again, I'm proud of you guys, and keep up the good work that you've been doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks.
I'm Kathy Parker, 1819 Creek Road in Hainesport. I wanted to congratulate Anna only for many, many reasons, but for one, she's the next female Democrat that has been on this board since 1990 when I was on it. And I congratulate her. It's been a long time, and we deserve you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Deborah Harris and Rebecca Harris of 7 Elsinore Drive. We just want to say, congratulations, Anna. We know you're going to do great, and we're looking forward to this year, right? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah and Becca.
Anybody else? Okay, we're going to close public comment.
Motion. Second.
I guess we're looking for comments from the committee, and I'm going to start with our newest member.
Oh. Okay, I promise this is not going to be a regular thing, but I have a little bit of a speech. Is that okay? It's shortish. So, like many of you, my experience of service to Hainesport began with our wonderful school. I arrived here from England in 2000 with a 3-year-old and an 8-month-old, you can see them over there now, who both went K through 8 to Hainesport School. Of course, I signed up for the PTO, and I was a room mom every year. I also always worked the book fair because, as an English teacher and published writer, I really believe in books. Now, Lorna, wave Lorna, there you go, belonged to the grade of only children. Everybody was an only kid, so I never ever got to be her room mom. I was typically Becky's room mom. Wave Becky, there you go. Which she didn't much like in middle school, but those were the breaks. The other cool thing I did with Becky's grade was to chaperone 2 tag trips to the World Finals of Odyssey of the Mind, the first in Michigan and the second in Maryland. They didn't win, I have to say, sorry. Meanwhile, Lorna became involved in the theatre club as a stagehand, and I ended up teaching the cast of 101 Dalmatians how to do better British accents. The only thing that bothered me at the time was that I couldn't vote for the school board, and I certainly couldn't run for school board, despite the fact that I paid the same taxes as everyone else. Every year, the PTO would send out an email urging parents to vote in the school board election, and I would email back saying, I'd love to vote, but I'm not a citizen. They would say, sorry, you're not on the electoral roll. I'm sure that was a factor in myself and my husband deciding to become citizens in 2009. There were others. We both loved the country and its ideals by then, and the kids are American in all but name. Anyhow, we did the deed.
Soon after that, the kids were at RVRHS. Becky got involved with the RV dance team and Lorna with the field hockey club. And I did my stint as a parent volunteer for both those organizations, but it wasn't like being part of Hainsport School. I also served a 3-year term on the school board for BCIT, BCSSSD, which was a fantastic experience and really good preparation for this, by the way. Then in 2016, Pat Mackin, who I think I saw out there, wave Pat, yep, there she is, tapped me to run as a Democrat for Hainsport Township Committee. I did, and I lost. Then I lost again in 2017, and again personally in 2021. Arguably, I lost 6 times, because in the intervening years I was part of the leadership team supporting different candidates. But you know what? Every time I lost, I consoled myself with this thought, and you can ask the long-severing Keba Evans, wave Keba, about this because he had to listen to it every year. I consoled myself by saying that I was making Hainsport a better place just by showing up. Yes, I have gone to pretty much every township meeting for the last 7 years. I think you've got me beat by about a year, Scott Cooper, but thanks for that lovely speech. I got into the habit of reminding residents that there was a meeting and telling them if there was something of note on the agenda. I went to the meetings, and if I didn't like something, I said so. Or if I didn't understand it, I asked questions. After the meetings, I would let residents know what had happened. Occasionally, resolutions and ordinances got tabled and then came back reworded or didn't come back at all. More than once, a committee person would abstain or even vote no because they actually agreed with what I said. So I consoled myself for losing all these elections because I believed I was already making a difference, and I was. All of which is to say that everything I did was always for Hainsport. It wasn't because I thought this behavior would get me elected. I was as surprised as anyone when that happened, seriously. It was for my kids and their friends and my neighbors and for every single resident of Hainsport. I wanted to make Hainsport a better place then, and I still do now. But here's the thing. You have honored me by electing me to a 3-year term as your representative, which means I can do a much better job of serving you. It began with the school, but it was always about the town. I'd like to thank everyone who supported me. You're all out there, I can't name you all, but a special shout out to my running mate, Deborah Harris. Congratulations to Mayor Klaus and Deputy Mayor Montgomery. I'm also looking forward to serving with Layla Gilmore and Bruce Levinson. I believe everyone on this committee wants the best for our town, and we will all work tirelessly in your service. Thank you.
We're going to switch it up to Bruce for comments.
Basically, I just wanted to welcome everyone back. I wish you all a Happy New Year. Congratulations to our new mayor and to our incoming as well as current incumbent elected person. I just want to thank you all for attending. It's nice to see a great crowd in here. And I look forward to seeing bigger and better crowds. And with that, I pass it on to the next.
You're next.
Okay. Well, in keeping with that, I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I especially want to thank Senator Jean Stanfield for taking the time to be here and give me the oath of office. Senator, I have always admired you and your dedication to the people of Bergen County. You've always been my inspiration. I also see our former mayor, Bruce McLaughlin, here, and Mr. Singh, I believe Assemblyman Singh has left the room. Mr. Bill Lynch, you have always been there to bless Hainsport and its residents at so many community events. I am so lucky to have you as a friend, and I appreciate everything you do for this town. Last but not least, I want to thank my beloved family and friends. I wouldn't be here without you. I want to thank everyone who supported my re-election and voted for me to continue to represent the citizens of Hainsport, and I promise to do my best to be worthy of your trust. I also promise to continue to dedicate my time, effort, and open-mindedness along with my love of this community, to guide me to make the best decisions for our town. It is a great honor having the chance to serve my entire community, and I am committed to working together with the other members of the committee and our wonderful staff, you know who you are, for the betterment of this town. Thank you again for your trust, and welcome, Anna.
Deputy Mayor.
I as well want to congratulate, welcome back Committeewoman Leila Gilmore on her reelection and Anna Evans on her election. Would like to thank Commissioner Singh for being here and also thank Senator Jean Stanfield for administering the oath of office for me. I'm honored and humbled to have been asked to serve as Deputy Mayor, Vice Chair, and look forward to working with Mayor Klaus and want to congratulate him. And Jerry, I know you'll be a fine mayor, and as I know what your whole intention is and always has been for a number of years, you've served this town, not only here, but on the school board and helping things out at the school and in the neighborhood and just really anywhere within the town. So you're a fine example as a mayor and as a citizen of this town, and I look forward to serving as your deputy. I'd like to thank my 4 daughters for being here home from college and from work, and my wife for holding the Bible for me, the family Bible. And other than that, I'd just like to wish everyone a Happy New Year, and God bless Hainesport.
I would like to thank, first of all, Senator Stanfield, Commissioner Singh, the rest of the governing body, the town, the staff, and my family for putting up with me doing this. But most of all, I can't tell you how much I'm honored to be your mayor, and I am confident that I will do a great job serving you. And if you have any concerns, I'm always available. Thank you all. Okay, can we get William Lynch for the benediction? I'm not used to me, got to do the talking.
You're the man.
Mrs. Gilmore, thank you very much for your kind comments. My wife and I have always tried to give back to Hainesport. We've been residents here for 60 years, and we always love Hainesport. Let us bow our heads in prayer, please. Eternal God, we ask your blessing on our wonderful township of Hainesport. We ask you to give the spirit of wisdom, charity, and justice to those previously elected and to newly elected, as well as to the new appointees this evening. We give thanks for all our volunteers. We are so blessed to have such a dedicated fire department and emergency squad who faithfully serve our community. We ask you to be with our committee in their deliberations, helping them to be respectful of each other's ideas and input. May there be a spirit of camaraderie in this room, helping them to be wise in the decisions that they make for the good of all Hainesport. And those who have placed their trust and confidence in their leadership. All this we ask in your name. Amen and shalom.
Amen. Thank you.
Okay, with that, I'm going to call the adjournment of this reorganization meeting at 7:12.
Motion to approve that?
Second?
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilmore?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Klaus?
Yes. I think we're going to have a brief recess.
How much time can we afford to?
15 minutes?
15-minute recess.
No problem.